News now from Mangaluru, where the screening, or rather the non-screening of Shahrukh Khan's Dilwale has become a huge controversy. Now, about 10 days back, when the film was released, the activists of the Bajrang Dal objected to the movie because of the intolerance remarks made by Shahrukh Khan a few days prior to the release of the movie. Now, posters of the film were vandalized in Mangaluru on the 20th of December. After which, social activist in Mangaluru, Vidya Dinkar, objected to this kind of goonish behavior. She was threatened with assault on Facebook. The person who posted the abusive comment was arrested. You can see those shots on your screen of the vandalization that was done at theatres in Mangaluru by activists of the Bajrang Dal. Now, when the Karnataka government has finally woken up and provided security at theatres, the theatre owners are too scared to screen the film.
शाहरुख खान और आमिर खान को इतना सम्मान इस देश में मिला है, दुनिया का कोई देश में किसी को नहीं मिलेगा। इतना मिला है, इतना पैसा कमाया, पूरा दुनिया उसको, पूरा देश इसको चाहा, फिर भी वो देश छोड़ने का इन लोग बात की है, वो बहुत दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है। थिएटर लोगों से भी बोला है, उसको कन्विंस किया है कि इस देशद्रोही लोगों का जो पिक्चर है उन लोगों को अब शो नहीं करने का।
See, first of all, I appeal to the people of Mangaluru region to cooperate with the system, not to create this kind of nuisance. And you can't take law into your own hands, and you can't do moral policing. In fact, we said we give protection to all those 3 theatres. Out of that 1 theatre, I think now they are screening. The other 2 theatre owners, they didn't want to screen for whatever reasons. We definitely give protection to those theatres also. And if somebody is trying to disturb, and definitely we'll take them into custody and take action according to the law.
Joining me on the phone line is social activist Vidya Dinkar. Also, my colleague Pratibha Raman joins me live from Bengaluru. Vidya, I hope you are okay, and thanks for speaking to us. But this is not really about any film. It could have been, this is about any film. The fact that a few elements of an organization can decide what people in a particular city, Mangaluru in this case, get to watch or not, and then issue threats to those who are objecting to it. Now, do you feel safe in a city like this?
Not really. I'm not comfortable, and that is why the complaint. Because it's fine for the Commissioner of Police to say we will use the law and bring in anyone who's breaking the law. The point is, before this there needs to be some action, some confidence building before these incidents happen. For example, these incidents of immoral policing are not new in the district today. They've been happening for many years now, and they've just been growing in terms of numbers. So just to say, oh, we have provided security to the theatre owners and they will screen the film, they should screen the film, is not enough. It's about a climate of fear that has taken grip of Mangalore and of ordinary citizens, even business establishments, that needs to be broken.
Right. Vidya, you mentioned about the security that has been provided to the theatre owners, despite which theatre owners are not screening the film. Now, what does it say about the state of mind of those theatre owners? Because the purpose of the activists, the fringe groups, has been served because the film is not being screened.
Yes, but fringe groups like this have been allowed to proliferate and grow in terms of, sway over the district over the years, because there's been no political will shown to rein in these elements. There's been no action on the ground. The police force themselves think very often like these immoral goons, as we've seen in case after case. Therefore, even in this case, when these Bajrang Dal members came and tore down the posters, the police were right there. They were spectators, silent spectators. They did not even say anything. Forget about stopping these goons tearing down the posters. So where will the theatre owners have any confidence to play the film, even if there's an KSRC van standing outside?
Right, Vidya, you're using pretty strong language and very strong words to express your sentiments against the manner in which the police there in Dakshin Kannada, in Mangaluru in particular, have been behaving. Let me get in a word from Pratibha Raman, who joins me from Vidhan Sauda in Bengaluru. With Pratibha, what are the voices that you're picking up from the Karnataka Home Ministry? Because they would say that they have done their job, but is it too late in the day?
In fact, the Home Ministry sources there do tell us that there's enough protection that has been given, but just as Vidya pointed out, there's just not enough confidence that has been built up among the public as well as the theatre owners, and that is the stand taken by these theatre owners. In fact, in Bengaluru, there are just about 3 multiplexes, and all the 3 theatre owners do not really feel safe screening these theatres, mainly because of the vandalization. And if you actually see the visuals, the police there, the security that has been provided, they have just been standing right there watching this whole protest as they tear up the posters of Dilwale. So with such activities that are on, there's absolutely no confidence, despite the Home Ministry assuring that there will be enough protection and that if they go ahead with moral policing, they would bring them to book. In fact, there's a lot of pressure that is built up even on the Commissioner. In fact, there are changes that are going to happen with about 40 IPS officers who are going to be transferred. Whether Mr. Murugan's name will actually come in that, Mr. Murugan happens to be the Commissioner of Mangaluru here. So with all of these being considered, the theatre owners do not really feel safe at this point in time to screen Dilwale, except for one of the 3 multiplexes that are screening the show, but then only in intervals. Sudeep.
Right. Final word to you, Vidya. This is not the first time that we are speaking about the climate of intolerance in Mangaluru, in Dakshin Kannada. The city continues to get caught in the crossfire between fringe groups from both communities. How long is Mangaluru civil society really going to put up with something like this?
Well, I hope that my standing up will provide some kind of confidence to others so that they will all... I've had so many people texting me saying, we are with you, way to go type, and I say, yes, why don't you also speak up? They tell me about, incidences where they've seen Bajrang Dal or PFI activists and police there not doing anything. And I say, why don't you talk about it? And they say, no. I think that's something we cannot afford to do right now. I hope more people will stand up to this, because really we need to pressurize the state that has been, very lackadaisical to rein in these kinds of extremist elements. And if the state doesn't act, we have to push them into acting. There needs to be a kind of policy where immoral policing is treated differently from other common, criminal acts.
Absolutely.
And it needs a considered response and, some kind of planning so that we can phase it out.
Absolutely. In fact, fear is a 4-letter word that one gets to hear quite often in Mangaluru and Dakshin Kannada. And I do hope that Mangaluru civil society actually reacts much more strongly to moral policing of this kind. Thanks a lot, Vidya Dinkar and Pratibha Raman, for joining us on this story from Karnataka.
On to some entertainment news now. Bollywood actor Salman Khan turns 50 today. A grand midnight birthday party was organized at Salman's Panvel house, where all his family members, relatives,